for nearly a half-century. There's a look inside Angel Stadium of Anaheim. Today, a matchup out of the American League Western Division between the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. It's going to be a premier pitching matchup. Two of the league's hardest throwers go head-to-head next. Now to the plate, Jose Altuve. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And the game's first pitch is taken for ball one, and we are officially underway this afternoon from Angel Stadium. Here's one fouled off to the right as the count evens at 1-1. Our temperature a very comfortable 72 degrees as we get things started. 2 balls and a strike to Jose Altuve. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Ooh, wait, that was an ugly swing. I'm sure he's not going to watch that one on replay after the game.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Michael Brantley will be next. And he lays off ball 4, and the leadoff man is on to begin the ball game. Next up for the Astros, Michael Brantley. First delivery to him. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. In time as he just gets the tag down. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
A ball and 2 strikes.
Count is 1-2.
Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. Digging in next, Alex Bregman. Now here it comes.
No touchdown.
Top of the first, just underway here at Angel Stadium. Counts even 1-1 to Alex Bregman.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s down to the zone. Looks like a fastball coming, and then boom, the bottom falls out of it. Terrific pitch.
1 strike.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Trout. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Well, there you see Dexter Fowler as he'll be the one to commence the action in the bottom half of the first.
The right fielder, Dexter.
Now the pitch.
Fowler.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
I got 1 ball.
Well, the key for him on the mound is to keep the ball down. Certainly, hollow of the knee or lower. Sinker changeup guy, if he's going to succeed against this lineup, he's got to keep the ball down.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Fowler is retired, and there's 1 away. And that'll bring Mike Trout to the dish. And if you remember, he took home a Silver Slugger Award for AL outfielders a year ago. First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Big pitch to Trout, 2-0. Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Looking for back-to-back Ks to start the game. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Mike Trout becomes out number 2 this inning. And right into the shift. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. Second inning set to go, and standing in is the DH, Yordan Alvarez. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball, that's out.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
Into the corner and slicing foul. The 2-1 home. Taken on the outside corner for strike two. Hit sharply on the ground. And that's through for a hit. So the Astros put a man aboard to get the inning underway. Here's Carlos Correa now. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Alvarez gets his lead at first, nobody out. Missed low and inside with it, 1-1. To 1-2 now. In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. And he comes back with one down and in for ball three. Fouled off. And he misses here for ball four. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work. So now here is Kyle Tucker looking to put them ahead early with this at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
Oh, that's
taken for a ball, and it's 1-1 now to the Astros right fielder. And it's fouled away.
He's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
The 1-2. Turned on, but it's wide at first and foul. Here's another 1-2. Now a chopper to first, might only get one. The second for one. Onto the pitcher covering in time. It's a double play. Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Oh, that's high.
Lays off 1-0.
Great job by everyone involved right there. Executed a great pitch. Got the double play. But don't kid yourself. There's still a guy standing on third base. He still needs one more out.
Fletcher is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble.
So I ain't saving you a cleaner house. Do you think that's just a statement?
And now for the Angels, Anthony Rendon. He'll lead it off against Lance McCullers.
Third baseman, Anthony.
And now the first pitch.
Rendon.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. The 1-1. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Now this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Full count now. And And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second. Justin Upton the next to hit. Past meetings against Lance McCullers, he brings a more than respectable .357 batting average. He's taken him deep once. Cold strike as the slider gets the outside corner. And Upton swings and misses on a good pitch that time, and it's quickly 0-2 now. Pause, now the pitch. And Upton won't chase that one. It's 1-2.
It's a great job to lay off on that nasty slider right there. It's the toughest pitch. It was my toughest pitch to lay off of. I was always sitting fastball middle away, and when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater for a long time.
So he got him swinging. Justin Upton becomes the first out here in the bottom of the second. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Popped him up. Catch made there by Altuve, and there are 2 gone now. Runner at first with 2 gone in the inning, and the catcher Max Stassi will be the next to bat. From the belt, the pitch. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Two 2-0 now.
No strike.
Rendon is off at first with 2 away. Outside, 3-0 now.
He's really going to need to keep the walks down in this start. He's in danger of walking the second guy in 2 innings here.
3-1. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away. That'll bring in Luis Rengifo. Past meetings against Lance McCullers, he's 1 for 2. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
Ball 1.
Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. Look out. 2-0 now.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the harder plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
3-0 to him now. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball. Now at the plate is David Fletcher. And a golden opportunity here to give his guys the lead with 3 men aboard. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. No movement on base. It's ball 1. Bottom of the second here with no score. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1.
Hey, that's a good sinker right there. That's his bread and butter pitch, and if he's got that going, especially early, it's going to be tough to get some runs off him.
2 balls and a strike now. The set and the 2-1. And a slider's in for a strike. It's 2-2.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped if he can work his way out of this inning with the game still tied.
And he strikes him out. So a missed opportunity at the plate as he strands 3 runners and the side is retired. Striding in for Houston, Chas McCormick, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. Now the first pitch. And a ball 1-0.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
Well, knowing the threat this guy poses if he gets on base, I think the next pitch should be a challenge pitch. You don't want to give guys that can run a free chance to cause havoc out there, especially the leadoff guy.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3. Next to stand in is Martin Maldonado. Now the first pitch. And now he tries to hold up, but they'll appeal down to first. He went around, says Larry Bullard. It's strike one. Throw over to the bag. And a dive, but he's back. From the belt, kicks and deals. Nobody out, runner on first. And he got him. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in Jose Altuve. He's set, and the pitch. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Back goes Trout. And this one is gone. A home run.
The left fielder, number 23.
And here's the left-handed hitting Michael Brantley. This is popped up. Rengifo calls for it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And now Alex Bregman 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1. Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in the switch hitting outfielder Dexter Fowler.
The right fielder, Dexter.
First offering on its way. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. Now the pitch. 2-1.
1 strike.
And this will be fouled away. The 2-2. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out. So there's the first out here in the Angels' third. And that brings up Mike Trout. Now here's the pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
Angels still looking for hit number 1 in the ballgame. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
I don't mind him trying to pitch him backwards right there with those 2 early count sliders, but now he finds himself in a situation where he's going to have to come fastball.
The 3-0 pitch. 3-1 the count now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. No offer there from Trout as that misses, and he'll take the walk. Now into the box, Jared Walsh. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
1-0.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Now the 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Same pitch that time, the sinker, but it looked like he made a good adjustment with it.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. Released it from out front much better that time. I just think he wasn't real happy with the first one he threw, so he wanted to get the feel back for it.
Here comes the 1-2. Trout, base runner at first with 1 out. Now a ground ball for Altuve could be 2. 1 there. Over to Gurriel for an inning-ending double play. all set for the start of the fourth, and that'll bring up Yordan Alvarez.
The designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
Now here's the pitch. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Alvarez is undoubtedly one of the best hitters in baseball, especially against right-handed pitching. Tends to hit for both power and average, so he's certainly a big threat in matchups like these.
Yeah, you can tell he is just super confident against right-handed guys. You know, sometimes it's coincidence. Sometimes it's you don't see many lefties, Matty. But bottom line is 75% of the time there's a right-hander on the mound, and this guy finds barrel consistently.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Carlos Correa is on deck. Good swing just a little early, and he'll see another payoff pitch. Another full count pitch home. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out. So next to swing the bat will be Carlos Correa. First offering.
That's the ball.
To first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So here is Kyle Tucker. Now the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I got to believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
A ball and a strike.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
Split fingered pitch that's by him for strike two. The 1-2. That's lifted the other way out to left. And he'll pull this one down a step or two in front of the warning track, and the inning is over. So now the Angels cleanup batter, Anthony Rendon, drew a base on balls his first time up.
This is where the pressure starts to build a little bit on an offense. It's not late enough. I mean, you don't have to start panicking right now. But this is where you're looking for someone to light a spark to get back in this game.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Bregman fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other. One away. And now the designated hitter for the Angels, Justin Upton, struck out in his first at-bat. Now here's the pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. And Upton won't chase that one. It's 1-2. Right back to him on the mound. And they'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning. Two gone now for the Angels in the fourth. And sizing up the situation to bat will be Joe Adell. First delivery to him. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one.
Hey, a 2-out walk right here would be the tying run to the plate. Even though it's early on, you've got a guy on deck that has a lot of pop.
A 2-0 count to the Angels left fielder. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Brantley is under it. And that ends the inning. So here's Yuli Gurriel. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
The first baseman,
Here's the first pitch to him. Lifted into center field. Trout on the run. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Now back.
Digging in will be
The center
Chas
fielder.
McCormick.
Chas McCormick.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Now a high fly ball headed for the corner and left. It has the distance. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one.
Now back. The catcher.
In now, Martin Maldonado. As the first pitch here has been high, it's ball one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Good cut fastball in there, 1-1.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
3 runs, 3 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. And another foul ball. Another 2-2 offering.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
The second baseman.
Here's the first pitch to him. Jose Altuve is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, down in the count 0-2, I'd like to see a little choke and poke right here. Maybe work it up the middle or opposite field with 2 strikes.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and next will be the power hitting catcher, Max Stassi.
The catcher.
First offering.
Stassi.
Ball. Count 1-0.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike.
That was a great hack right there. Timing was on point. Just sometimes you have bad bat barrel accuracy.
Squared that one up just a little late. Here comes the 1-2. Hit on the ground to short. He's got it. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Ready now for L.A. Luis Rengifo worked a walk in his first plate appearance. Here it comes. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. There's the knuckle curve laid off. 1-1. Here it comes. Down low. 2 balls and a strike.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
And he's way off balance with the swing there.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
The 2-2 one more time. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Hey, I know the idea is to try to get the guy to swing on a 2-2 pitch, right? But that one was so low, I don't know anybody that would have swung at that pitch.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. The next 3-2. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again.
6 fouls in a row. This is turning into one of those epic at-bats. Who's going to blink first? Is the pitcher going to continue to attack the zone, or is the hitter going to come outside it?
Yanked on the ground down the line. And he'll step on first himself for the out. And stepping in, David Fletcher looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Now the pitch. This pitch is popped up. Maldonado shading to his right, and he's got it for the final out of the frame. So now to the plate, Michael Brantley, as he'll be the one leading things off for Houston in the sixth.
Number 23, Michael Brantley.
Here's the first pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Trout is there. One pitch, one out. Up next, Alex Bregman. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
1-0 the count. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Grounded to the right. And he'll step on first himself for the out. That'll bring up Yordan Alvarez. A hit in 2 tries so far. First pitch on the way. And this one's nowhere close as it bounces to the plate for ball 1. A 2-0 count to the Astros DH.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
And a very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game, perhaps. It's 2-1. Splitter called strike 2, and I don't think he liked it. The 2-2. 2 out, nobody on. And he fouls this one off. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3. Good battle. Count remains full. Again, he sends it out of play.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Dexter Fowler.
The right fielder, Dexter.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Below the zone, a swing and a miss. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Fowler behind a ball and 2 strikes. Started to go. They'll look for the appeal down to 3rd and ring him up, says the 3rd base umpire. He's gone. So 1 gone in the inning, and here's the always dangerous center fielder, Mike Trout.
Wow.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
Counts even to Trout, 1-1. and he'll come back with one in the third as the count moves to 2-1 now. Slider misses, and he's in danger of losing him here. 3-1. Into the windup and the pitch. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. And that's low, ball 4. Now it'll be Jared Walsh. He was a double play victim last time around.
Yeah, rolling into a 2-ball will eat at you for the rest of the game at least. So you know he wants to make up for it right here.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
A ball and a strike now. A ball and 2 strikes now. No runs, no hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Looking up is the center fielder. Gone! And digging in next will be Anthony Rendon. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He grounded out last time up. Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball. Smoke toward the hole, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit. Zach Greinke enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning. Here's Justin Upton now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Career line against Greinke. He's got 12 hits in 36 at-bats. He's also hit 3 home runs. 2-0 now. From the belt, the pitch. Good downward movement fooled him there. 2-1.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
On a line, that's a base hit. Rendon rounds the corner and is headed home. Safe at the plate. We are knotted at 3. So Joe Adell bats now, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. Swing and a liner. But taken in over at first for the second out, as that might have been extra bases if it were 3 feet higher. Next, it'll be Max Stassi. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. From the stretch, here's the pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Just missing here, 2-0.
With 2 outs and base open, I don't think he's going to see anything to hit in this at-bat. Not much reason for it.
There's a changeup taken, but it finds the zone on the inside. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
You know he wants to end this inning right here on 3-2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with a base open to work with.
Lifted in the air out to center field. He's under it, and that ends the inning. Dylan Bundy is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 37, Dylan.
And now here is Carlos Correa. His past history with Dylan Bundy, he's a 300 hitter, 3 for 10. He also has 1 home run. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Hit in the air down the right field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. And the pitch. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And a dive, but he's back in. So now to the plate, Yuli Gurriel. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. There's one away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. Now a throw over. Runner back safely. Now the 1-1 pitch. It's a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
He's running. Fouled off. Still 2-2. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. And that one got a piece of him. Stepping in once again is Chas McCormick. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat. From the stretch. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off-speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball, 1-1. 1-2 now. Tucker over at second. Gurriel at first, 1 gone. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And here's a swing and a miss. And that, folks, is a big out number 2. So next to hit is Martin Maldonado. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First pitch on the way. Into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Tucker is on his way home. The throw home. He's safe at the plate. And they've taken the lead here in the 7th. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. As he'll take one on the inside corner at the knees. It's strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. In the dirt. Throw to third. The tag's there, and he's out trying to steal third. Great throw. Last half of the 7th here, and that'll bring up the switch-hitting shortstop, Luis Rengifo. Here's the first pitch. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Under it now is Brantley, and he has it for the first out. Next to hit, David Fletcher. No hits to this point. First offering on its way. On, he pops it up. And that's going to land foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Nope, that's the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Seared down the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Here's Dexter Fowler now.
The right field. Dexter Fowler.
Here's the first pitch now from Greinke.
You know, because this is just a one-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
2-0 now. Greinke looks in. Here's the delivery. Line to the right side. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
Number 27.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Career line against Greinke. Comes in with 6 hits in 19 tries. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. The 1-1 pitch. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. McCormick is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
Hey, this was a pretty tightly played game. Got a little bit of everything in this one. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching, and defense in certain spots. This one was a fun one to watch.
A one-run finish, 4-3, the final tally today. The Astros jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Zach Greinke gets the W on the mound. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
Yo siempre por chela se traigo el Rolls Royce. El bote parqueado en San Roy, viviendo la vida como si se va a acabar hoy.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious